watching Wyln TV. We're your local network.
Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Julia Wiegand. Yesterday, LVHN's Dr. Luther Rhodes, who specializes in infectious diseases, addressed some coronavirus concerns. We have part 2 for you right now, and what to do if you test positive. The recent pandemic comes with the lessons learned for future outbreaks and prepare us for the chance of COVID-19 coming back in the fall like the flu does. What we need to get ready for now is what to do with positive results. It's important to stay home, hydrated, and take the meds you normally do for symptoms like fever and cough.
The requirement now is that people stay home 2 weeks. Stay home really means stay home, not going out shopping. Therefore, you need to partner with somebody outside your household to do your shopping for you. And that's important to keep in mind. If you know anybody who is homebound because of COVID, call them up, so you'll do their shopping and drop their things off for them, so people don't panic or feel the urge to sort of sneak out.
He wants people to understand these accommodations aren't permanent. The better half of these illnesses go away, and they'll be back to work in no time. The big focus is on the elderly population, who's having a rough time with fighting the virus.
Now there's a twist on this just over the last 2 or 3 days about millennials, because millennials by nature are young, energetic. They like to go places and do things. And they have relatively mild illness. Some may have no symptoms. Normally you would focus on young children being the spreaders. The concern is really millennials being locked down, and it's totally against the millennial instinct and energy level to just sit home. It's serious and severe. They really mean it. They really mean no parties. That's why you see the bars and other places closed, because folks the younger you are, the less likely you are to be comfortable just sitting home.
Rising numbers of positive results shouldn't be translated to the virus getting worse, but that it's getting recognition within the medical community. FDA restrictions being lifted made it easier to get to work on a vaccine, as well as to have more studies done.
Quote, air quotes, good news on COVID is it does not have a predilection for pregnant women or for bad outcome in pregnancy. It appears that a pregnant woman has the same kind of a chance of acquiring COVID as somebody who's not pregnant, and they seem to do quite well. They're younger and in better health, so they have not, and that's important because there's enough experience now to know that they're going to have a couple of tough days like anybody would that caught any virus, but they're not predisposed to a terrible outcome. The other important information is the women who have COVID, who have a C-section, the children are not infected, so it doesn't cross and infect children across the placenta.
You can call 1-888-402-LVHN for more information, or check out lvhn.org/COVID-19. State police warn the public about scammers taking advantage of this virus pandemic. WYLN's Phil Kaufman has more.
Today we had a visit from State Trooper Peters of the Troop N Hazelton, Pennsylvania State Police, who wanted to address the growing scam surrounding the COVID-19 pandemic.
Well, we want our Pennsylvania residents to remain vigilant against scams, people trying to use the coronavirus to take advantage of them. And they usually use current events to gain sympathy and trust from individuals so they'll contribute. So, we want them to understand that things like this are going on during this crisis, and we want them to be leery. Anyone claiming to be collecting for either the Center for Disease Control's World Health Organization or GoFundMe pages that are collecting for victims that are possibly under quarantine or experienced the COVID-19 pandemic. So, check those sites. Don't provide information unless you know who their people are collecting and who they're collecting for.
You can verify charities at www.charities.pa.gov and don't contribute to crowdfunding campaigns unless you know the collector or benefactor of it.
Pennsylvania law defines price gouging as any item such as bathroom tissue, hand sanitizer, that's being charged 20% higher than what the price was prior to the emergency. So if you are falling victim to that or being set prey on regarding price gouging, you can contact the Attorney General's office and report that type of behavior.
Stay on the lookout for phishing emails that use fear of COVID-19 to get you to download malware to your computer. These emails claim to be the CDC or the World Health Organization and may have an attachment claiming to have a list of cures.
When you start typing stuff in, if it's legit, it's going to start coming up in your search find. But look for misspelled words. Going to those sites, clicking it may take you to another pop-up page. Same thing with buying products online. Legitimate websites that are offering product usually do not take you to a different page or a separate page for billing.
Some other recommendations: avoid purchasing supplies from unfamiliar companies. Stick to companies and stores you know. If you must buy supplies from an unfamiliar source, use a credit card. And check unknown or suspicious files and URLs for malware.
If you are the victim of a scam, make sure you contact your local police department that covers your area to report that. But again, keep going to legitimate sites. State Police, our Twitter page, Troop N, as well as State Police Facebook pages, Department of Health, the Governor's Office, the CDC, World Health Organization, to get your information. Don't fall into rumors on Facebook and other things like that, and stay away from fraudulent sites.
For the most up-to-date and accurate information about coronavirus and COVID-19 in Pennsylvania, visit www.health.pa.gov. Reporting from Wyln News, this is Philip Kaufman.
Thanks, Phil. 3 presumed cases of the coronavirus were confirmed yesterday by Geisinger officials. Now, it's not known where the 3 patients are from or which of the 13 campuses they're staying at. Their identities are not being released because of patient privacy regulations. Geisinger is working with the Pennsylvania Department of Health on monitoring and caring for the patients and followed proper protocol in line with infection control. Geisinger has set up a coronavirus hotline at 570-284-3657. 1 person's dead and 2 others were transported to area hospitals after their vehicle crashed into the woods off Honey Hole Road in Butler Township last night. The accident happened Tuesday evening around 11:30. 1 person had to be extricated from the vehicle. A teenage passenger died, while 2 others were transported to LVH Hazelton and Geisinger Wyoming Valley Medical Center. Both were treated and later released. Butler Township Police and the Pennsylvania State Police are still investigating that crash. Hazelton police have a man in custody after he robbed a food store in the city on St. Patrick's Day. Officers responded to an armed robbery at Craig's Food Mart on West Broad Street just before 8:30 last night. 30-year-old Gary Joseph Chinawa of the borough entered the store wearing dark-colored clothing, wanting to buy 2 cartons of cigarettes, but the employee said they only sell single packs. That's when Chinawa put his hand in his pocket and told the employee he had a gun, then hopped behind the counter. He made off on foot with cash from the register and a pack of cigarettes, but was caught and charged with 1 felony count of robbery and receiving stolen property. Police also found synthetic marijuana on him and added charges of possession of a controlled substance and drug paraphernalia. He was remanded to Luzerne County Prison in lieu of $500,000 bail. Several people were displaced following a fire Tuesday afternoon in Mahanoy City. Firefighters were called to 724 West Center Street after 5 p.m. for a report of a working structure fire. Crews found heavy smoke coming from multiple row homes. According to officials, the fire started in the basement of 724 and spread to the attic. 5 people were displaced as a result. The 724 side of the home sustained heavy damage, while the 722 side sustained smoke and water damage. The American Red Cross was assisting fire victims, and the cause of the fire is being investigated by a state police fire marshal. Shots rang out in the city of Wilkes-Barre early Monday morning. Police thought the incident on Horton Street stemmed from a love triangle, but later ended up arresting 4 men on felony drug trafficking charges. Authorities searched a home and found heroin, fentanyl, guns, and ammunition. No injuries were reported during the gunfire. Penn State University officially canceled in-person classes for the rest of their spring semester. Spring commencement ceremonies will also be postponed. Penn State President Eric Barron said they're committed to finding the best way possible to recognize graduates' achievements. The decision aligns with recommendations from the federal government restricting gatherings of 10 or more. The university intends to keep the student body informed with all updated information. Congressman Matt Cartwright announced today he'll be self-quarantining after interacting with a family member who did test positive for COVID-19. Cartwright's been at his home since Sunday out of an abundance of caution. He says he hasn't developed any symptoms but will remain at home for the next 2 weeks. He'll be working from home while his office remains accessible via phone for his constituents. Coming up on WYLN News, more state of emergencies and closures throughout our viewing area. But first, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Showers the next 2 days, but temperatures look to soar. Sunshine this weekend, but just a tad bit chillier. We'll be right back.
When emergency strikes, trust your care to the all-new ER at Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazelton. With a facility that's now twice the size. Experienced nurses who see you right away. A quick assessment process makes sure you get the care you need. Advanced technology on site. Safe, private treatment rooms, and a peace of mind that only this level of care can bring. When it matters most, trust your partner in emergency care. Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazelton.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Many grocery and retail chains announced new hours for their customers 60 and older. Beginning tomorrow, Giant food stores will be open from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. in order to serve customers 60 and older. Boyer's Markets also implemented preferred senior citizen shopping hours from 7 to 9 a.m. daily. Dollar General stores are currently using the first hour of operations for senior customers as well. Boscov's announced today it'll be temporarily closing all its department stores over the virus. 49 stores and offices will shut down until the end of March. Chairman and CEO Jim Boscov said their first priority's always been the health and safety of coworkers, customers, and communities. JCPenney also announced it'll close all stores effective 7 p.m. tonight, with plans to reopen April 2nd. Visitor restrictions were put into place by Hazel Township officials in an effort to put a halt to virus spread. Supervisors declared a state of emergency, putting the township in a position to recoup funding if necessary. Visitors are not permitted at township and municipal authority offices, as well as fire stations, but can call departments directly. The Lehigh Valley Health and Wellness Run Walk on April 25th at Community Park was canceled, and all public meetings will be canceled for at least 2 weeks. Elderly or homebound residents unable to get necessities can call the township office at 570-455-2030, where officials will help the best they can. HazelTownship.com stays up to date to curb the spread of the coronavirus. Luzerne County Council will hold a special meeting at noon on Thursday to declare a county-wide state of emergency because of the outbreak. Now, instead of meeting at the courthouse, Council will meet via video teleconference. The meeting will be broadcast on Service Electric Cable TV and live streamed on YouTube. The adoption of an ordinance to declare a state of emergency will be the only item on the agenda. To comply with the Sunshine Act of the state, Council will accept emailed questions from the public, which must be submitted by 11:30 a.m. Thursday to Council's group email address, lccm@luzernecounty.org. Coming up on Warrior Run's News Choice, it's Wellness Wednesday in Community and You, and we can't forget that it's Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month. Plus, Amtrak's closing a bit in the Commonwealth. Stay with us.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice, everyday low prices, plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazelton. Everything to make your house a home.
It's okay that everybody ignores me when I drive. It's fine, because I get a safe driving bonus check every 6 months I'm accident-free. Because I don't use my cell phone when I'm driving, even though my family does and leaves me all alone. Here's something else. I don't share it with Mom. Right, Mom? I have a brand new putter you don't even know about. It's awesome.
Safe driving bonus checks only from Allstate. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazelton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square. Have your event with Whitetail, graduation, birthday, bachelor, reunion parties? They have the most tranquil backyard experience with beautiful mountains in the background. If your company or business wants a different alternative to a golf outing, they have outings that can accommodate you. You can have the entire facility to yourself. They will work with you to set up your day of events. Sporting clay competitions, trap and wobble trap games, skeet. After a day of shooting, you'll return to a meal designed for you. Call Mike at 570-535-6123 for available group options.
Welcome to Wellness Wednesday here on Wyln, everyone. I'm Gary Perna. We are on location today at the Health and Wellness Center, thanks to our friends at Lehigh Valley Health Network. And today we're talking about something that many people don't like to talk about, and that's colonoscopies. But it's very important for you to get one, especially if you're getting towards that age where you know you need one. Today I'm joined by 2 great professionals here at the Health and Wellness Center, Dr. Polishinsky and Dr. Umula. And we're going to talk about the procedure. We're also going to talk about this nice new facility they're using here at the Wellness Center. So first, I'm going to talk to Dr. Polishinsky, and let's talk about this facility first, because let's say you've had a colonoscopy before. It wasn't always being done here, so we're a little reluctant for some change once in a while.
Yeah, I've been here in Hazelton for 36 years and spent time in several different facilities, and recently moved to the Health and Wellness Center because of the spacious nature of this facility, brand new equipment, great staff, and have been extremely pleased with the services that the Health and Wellness Center is offering our patients.
And this is a little more convenient for people to come out to the Health and Wellness Center, kind of a bigger area for them to be in, instead of maybe going up to the hospital. And this is a little easier for everyone to kind of get through.
Absolutely. The parking is fantastic. The flow through this facility is very efficient, so people get the procedure, and whenever they know it, they're on their way out and going to have some breakfast.
Well, that's what we like to hear. So let's talk a little bit about the procedure. And Dr. Umula, a lot of people don't like to talk about this. They say they get a little uncomfortable and they say, oh, it's time to go for a colonoscopy. But why is it important, first of all, for people to get checked? And how soon should people, is there a certain age they should be coming in to get a colonoscopy?
Well, colon cancer is still the overall number 2 cause of cancer death. It's still out there, and many times it's a preventable disease. Colon cancer starts as polyps most of the time, and those polyps often can precede the tumor sometimes by years, sometimes not as much, but sometimes more. If we can catch this early before it's trouble, it's a curable disease. If we can remove polyps, we think we lower the risk of colon cancer. So many tests are screening tests, like mammography is a screening test, but this is both a screening and a preventative test, because if we can remove polyps, we also lower the risk of colon cancer.
So for somebody who may not have a risk of cancer that they know of, or somebody who hasn't had this done yet, what age should they start?
We'd like to start about age 50 if there's no family history. If there is a family history, maybe anywhere from, we turn the clock back between 5 or 10 years, depending on that family history.
Okay. And what are some of the most common things, and I'll ask both of you this, but Dr. Miller, what are some of the most common things you hear when people say, I don't know if I'm really ready to go for a colonoscopy?
Because most of us are busy and we take care of everybody but ourselves, including us doctors. And it's just it's an important test. You take care of your car, you take care of your family, you take care of your house, take care of yourself too. This is an important test.
And I do want to ask, Doctor, what are some of the things you've heard over the years of people say, oh, it's okay, I don't need to go right away, oh, I'm fine, I'm in good health, but you really should?
I don't have any symptoms. I feel great. I've never seen any blood in my bowel movements. And in 25% of the normal healthy people will find polyps. And that's a precursor for colon cancer.
And does it change between men and women? Is that age 50 kind of the standard, or do we want to get in before or after?
No, I think age 50 is probably the standard for both men and women, except if you've had somebody in your family, first-degree relative, who's had cancer, then we move it up a little bit earlier than that. Mm-hmm.
And for anybody who has maybe any thoughts and say, well, you know what, I'm 39, I'm going to be 40, I should start thinking about this, what's advice you would give to them?
Well, if it's average risk screen, if there's nothing in your family, around age 50. And just on that point about symptoms, we don't wait for you to have symptoms. We'd rather, most things are fixable when you don't have symptoms. Mm-hmm. So the fact you don't have symptoms doesn't mean you don't have trouble.
So it's just important to, first of all, talk to your doctors, your regular family doctors. That's most important. And when you get to that age 50, or you're going to be getting there, you may want to start thinking about it and get that appointment and get it over with. And quickly, a lot of people say, oh, there's a lot of prep work that goes into this. Not really as bad as everyone makes it out to be.
No, it's not. Nobody likes to do the prep. That's guaranteed. But after people come in there and they're laying in the stretcher, my first question to them is, how was your prep? And I will guarantee about 90% or more say, wasn't bad. So after all of that, it's not really all that bad. So
and the preps have improved a bit too.
That's right.
These low volume preps, it's not the gallon anymore. It's about half the volume. So they've gotten easier.
All right, so listen to the doctors. Take care of yourself. Come on in. Get your tests you need to get done. Don't put it off, because if you put it off, there could be something that you want to get taken care of early, and you don't want to wait for it to become a major, major issue. Thanks for joining us here on Wellness Wednesday. We'll catch you next time here on WYLN.
CARES is a local and family-owned agency dedicated to providing exceptional services for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities throughout Pennsylvania. CARES specializes in day and residential services, respite, home and community, behavior supports, and chaperone vacations. At CARES, the participants are the VIPs. CARES, empowering individuals to maximize their opportunities and potential in their community.
There are 125 used car dealers in town, but there's only one Chura's. Quality vehicle since 1954. Voted the best used car dealer. Check out their inventory, see something you like, take a test ride. Chura's Auto Sales. Call 570-454-7229.
Tune in every Sunday night on WYLN from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. for hard-hitting, high-flying, non-stop action as only Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling High Voltage can bring you. That's Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling every Sunday night on WYLN. I'll see you in the ring.
Whitetail Preserve has an immediate opening for a chef. Please call 570-455-4251, extension 1378 for details.
The Pennsylvania Department of Human Services closed all county assistance offices to the public. They'll remain closed to in-person business until at least April 1st. Scheduled payments and activated cards will continue business as usual across the counties, while their offices are still closed to the public. For Medicaid, call the Pennsylvania Consumer Service Center at 1-866 550-4355 to apply over the phone. Clients submitting paper documentation can mail documents to their local county assistance office or leave documents in a secure drop box if available. Clients can also take advantage of online resources like Compass and the My Compass PA mobile app. Amtrak continues to operate nationwide, but recently reduced and adjusted some of their services, including train operations in Pennsylvania. Now, as of Thursday, March 19th, Keystone service from Harrisburg to New York and New York to Pittsburgh will be canceled until further notice. Customers with reservations on trains being affected will be contacted. Amtrak's also waiving change fees on all existing or new reservations made before April 20th. For more information, please visit amtrak.com. That's the news. Remember, you can get news updates on our WYLN News Facebook page. If you'd like to see an event promoted on our newscast, visit WYLNTV.com to submit a request form. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN TV.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor.